Exactly.
Your state has a $29 billion budget, but in our communities, we're only seeing 1.5 billion of that, or not even a billion of that. Then that's the issue. That's one of the issues, because those states need to be used as examples of how to balance out economic equality.
Yeah.
I'm not no politician. I never wanted to be a politician, but I do believe that, like somebody just said, knowledge is everything. But the more we learn, the more we can apply ourselves, the more we can fight, and the more we can control our narrative.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's happening is that something happens tomorrow, right, on the internet. We see it because the internet is monopolized now. You know what I'm saying? And so we see it and we go fucking wild, right? But we're taken out of our logic at that point, because we're responding and we're being used as bait, and we're responding out of emotion and responding out of anger, which rightfully so. But we have to learn how not to be so easily manipulated by the system through technology, through the internet, through all of these things, and just study the movements that we're following. Let's study all of them, even if it seems like it's flush. Let's study and understand who's funding who's moving the needle around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this whole thing is like chess, man. We're dealing with chess right now. We're dealing with chess. We're dealing with so many different ways, and I hope that people don't take this the wrong way, because I've looked at this from every possible perspective, literally every perspective. It's not just about race, but a race war right now. It wouldn't benefit us. A race war wouldn't benefit us right now.
Yeah,
because we're not prepared for that.
We're not prepared. Yeah,
and I don't even want there to be war. First of all, I don't think that is just good. Just I'm a spiritual being, man, and I just want to say the right things, because some people who don't understand this perspective may take this the wrong way, but I really want us all to really take a step back and look at it from a much broader standpoint. For example, the things that we are manipulated to focus on, which are very real things, but they've been happening for a long time. Police brutality has been happening for a long time. The timing of it right now that we're focusing on it is one thing, but there's so much injustice that's happening to our brothers and sisters across the pond. Across the pond. So many other places where people are still being enslaved, still being killed. Even in our country, you look at things like the rate of melanated mothers that pass away in hospitals after having children, 40%. I think it's around 40% for Hispanic, and others 70% for white women. It's 11%. So there's so many different issues in which we have to be focusing on as a collective. But the only way that we can do it from a sovereign standpoint is by stepping back, regaining our power individually as one. And what I mean by that is really understanding that this is a spiritual, physical, and mental battle that we're facing. And the only way we can fight this battle the right way is if we educate ourselves, if we're healthier. Even with COVID, right? We have to regain the knowledge of health in our communities. One of my main things I want to focus on also is that, like, how do I help to liberate communities from a health standpoint, from a natural health standpoint? We don't have to go to the doctors for everything. In fact, sometimes going to the doctors can be worse for us. You know what I'm saying? So these are all the things. Making sure we keep our focus on the right narratives. Getting these convictions, getting legislations passed, all of that.
And I'm going to say something that Will Smith said. It's not that racism ever went away. It's just been filmed more and more and more. We have to hold each other accountable. When we see something, film something. If we see something that doesn't look right, we need to film it so we can have something to go back and reference to what we saw. And
we also need to understand our rights, though. Okay, they don't listen to them all the time, but in a lot of cases, how we compose ourselves in these environments, how we compose ourselves, how knowledgeable we are of self, energetically says a lot. When you walk in a room and you have knowledge of self, and you understand the room you're walking in, the room moves differently towards you. You get what I'm saying? Consent, energetic consent, there's a lot to be said about consent. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as a collective, we give consent to things when they, in the moment, benefit us. Like,
right.
as we say, all right, we give consent to our phones being used, right, for video and all these different things. You're also giving consent for your videos to be used at any time when you're not using them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just little things like that. We have to understand these things because they're preparing for other things later on down the road. So it's just that level of things. You know, somebody told me once that a shark will grow 8 inches in a fish tank, but in the ocean it'll grow 8 feet plus.
Yeah.
You know, we are sharks in the fish tank right now.
Yeah.
No, we need to get outside of that mindset. You know, I don't want to fix problems. I want to fix thinking so that the solutions makes more sense.
Yeah. And I want to add that, man, you're kicking some gems today, but I want to add that other races are going to treat you like they see how you treat yourself. So you have to be very careful of of how you come across, and your image is everything. If you're looking crazy, that's how they're going to treat you. You know, if you're talking crazy, that's how they're going to treat you. You know,
it's true. It's not an excuse, but it's very true. It's not an excuse, but it's very true because every race kill their own race. It's proximity. It's, you know what I'm saying? But I do agree with you, and I agree that it's our responsibility to take control and to take the influence that we give to these kids and these young people. Like, you know, you look at the statistics, it's a lot of young people killing young people. Yeah. You know, we gotta focus on mental health in our communities. When these young men get locked up in jail, they still got another, you know, I don't know what the life expectancy is, but let's just say they still got another 90 years ahead of them. Right. Of life to live. We can't assume that because somebody made a mistake when they were 16, 17 years old, that they're the prison gonna be. My uncle, he killed somebody when he was 17. He got out of jail when he was like 32. Changed man. Came out, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that even for lesser crimes, we have to have a space for people, for these young men to get help because they're growing up in a very difficult, they're privileged in some ways, but they're still growing up in a very difficult time where, you know, they're being taught. Everything is filtered. We live in such a fake society that, like, how do you expect real to come out of fake? It just don't. It don't add up. You know what I'm saying?
I think social media has also played a big part because you can be anybody you want to be on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. But
that goes for anybody. You can be anybody to
anybody you want to be. It's who you are in real life. And I really think that if you change the way you think, it's going to change the way you live. But some of our thinking is so limited. You know, if we just change the way we think, you know, to me, man, I also believe that, you know, you are who you attach yourself with. Your posts, you know, people don't understand that. But my mom used to always tell me, my grandma, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So if you're around people that don't want to do anything, that mentality is going to attach itself to you. So it is important that you change the way you think in order to change the way you live. And we have to start at an early age. We have to teach our brothers, our sisters, our nieces, our nephews, our neighbors. You know, because sometimes parents don't see everything. You know, so there are a lot of things that are going on that the parents don't even know anything about until it's too late, and there's nothing that they can do. You know, the way these young people think today is different from how I grew up. And, you know, I'm not saying that's an excuse, but I'm just saying that something has to change. So it's a lot of things that we have to do.
I think that there are a lot of young people that have really, really strong intuition. And I think a lot of young people are very smart. They're brilliant. I just think that the plumbing for change and the opportunity isn't created for them. So we have to create that for them. Otherwise, that smartness, that potential, that joy, that the creativity, that optimism turns into manipulation. How do I survive? How do I, you know what I'm saying? And then when the next man to you looks like you and you hate the reflection of yourself, it's just this constant, you know what I'm saying? So it's also a level of creating economic opportunity, you know, that are outside of the norms that we know of, you know. all of those things. But it's up to us. It's going
Yeah.
from us, man. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you feel compelled now to use your platform to teach and to educate?
I feel compelled to create new platforms.
Okay.
Not to just use my platform, because
Okay.
my platform is this. My platform is Facebook, internet, on
Yeah.
stages, on TV.
Mhm.
They're controlled. They aren't my
Yeah.
platforms. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I feel compelled to team up with other people who are creating platforms and
Yeah.
create my own platform.
You know what, man? You so young, but you talk like somebody in their 50s and 60s, like a wise man. So you must really do a lot of reading.
I just seen a lot, bro. I've seen a lot. I've definitely studied a lot. There's a lot more studying I have to do. But I'm just looking at the reality of where we live. If they take away the internet right now, what we got? We got a house. You know what I'm saying? And that's collectively. I'm speaking to everyone. You know, this isn't just about melanated people. This is about the world that we live in. Because at the end of the day, I don't think they care about your money. Yeah. Your skin. They care about your energy. You know what I'm saying? So
there's power in our votes. There is power in our votes. So we definitely have to get out there and vote and make a change this year. We can't afford to have another Donald Trump for 4 years. That would just destroy our country even the more. We could talk about this all day, man. You know, I enjoyed listening to you, man. I didn't realize that you were so wise, man. You're a wise young man. I enjoyed
Appreciate
it,
it, bro.
But how was your experience doing Empire when I transformed back into talking about the acting now? I know
it was inspirational. It was inspirational to see that you know, a show could last 6 seasons and still be in the millions in audience. Yeah. As a creative, like that's a creative's wish. You know what I mean? As a writer, everybody involved in that, writers, you know, they were, you know, regardless of if that show is for everybody or whatever, but even the actors in the show, was a lot of classic, like working with Terrence, working with Taraji, like it's the fact that we can have that level of success in film, and have multiple different cultures and people coming throughout the show. Like it has so many different, you know, people. If you look at the cast list over the 6 years, what it did, it just lets you know how powerful art is, how powerful creativity is. And like for me, I'm like, okay, this is generational wealth. Like what am I creating next? You know what I'm saying? What's going to be my next creation that I can pass down and create other opportunities for? You know, there's a lot of stories that aren't being told. So, you know, how do we create platforms where we can tell as many stories as possible, and that'll continue to play from years to years to come? And that, you know, that residual income. Yeah. You know, so I looked at it from like more of a business standpoint, but overall, I think, man, I loved working with Terrence. I learned a lot from him as an actor. Taraji, shout out to the DMV. She's doing some really powerful things in the mental health space. Make sure y'all check out. I forgot what her foundation is called, but she's doing some dope stuff. I saw her on CNN talking about it. I know you're creating some other things, TV wise or content wise. But are you currently looking for any other acting roles? Are you doing any other TV in the near future? Am I looking for it? Yeah, man. I mean, look, I'm looking for the next big role that is going to continue to catapult my career, of course, as an actor. But I'm also looking to write my own scripts. Yeah. My mind is crazy. Like people don't I can't wait to people really get a chance to really know me outside of like what they know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I create across the board. Like I'm a writer. Like I'm an actor. I'm a singer. I'm a performer. But I'm just like, I'm a creative, and it's something that I've really been investing in my time. So I'm looking forward to sharing this. Y'all gonna see movies one day, whether it be Netflix or like other platforms that make sense for it. And when y'all see the credits and y'all see that I'm behind it, you'll be like, what? Like, we had no idea this guy was, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited about that, because it's just going to show that we can do anything. I'm super impressed, man. I'm super impressed. Let me ask you something. What would the Mario today say to the Mario at 15 years old, just entering the business? What would you say? What kind of advice would you give him? Have more fun. I was so serious, man, and I'm breaking out of being so serious all the time. You seem serious, yeah. Have more fun, man. Like have more fun. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I saw so much when I was younger that it took my innocence away. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning how to get that back, even in these times. Learning how to smile more, how to be more, go out more, go have more fun. But I just be so serious because I just know we living in serious times. You know what I'm saying? But like, I can't. I'm not good at lying to myself. I'm not good at the facades. I'm not good at it. So, you know, I just be so serious all the time. But I just have more fun. You know, have more fun, create more, laugh more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just be more free.
Okay.
That's what I was telling myself. Yeah.
Okay. What do you like to do for fun? What's fun for you?
Man, honestly, I like jet skiing. I like being on the water, anywhere in nature. Watching really good movies, writing, talking shit to my friends. You know what I'm saying? Going out on, you know, taking my shorty out on dates, like having fun with her, traveling.
Okay. You just answered the next
I got
question.
3 dogs. I got 3
You got
dogs.
3 dogs? Okay.
Yeah, I got
what kind
3
of dogs you got?
That's fun. I got 3 pits. I'm from Baltimore. We grew up with pits. But that's what it is.
Right.
I'm going to have pits for the rest of my life. Unless it was legal to have a Kangal. I don't know if y'all know what Kangals are. Kangals are like, they're Russian dogs. They're like, oh no, they from the Middle East, I think. But they're huge. Go look them up. I want one. I want 2 of them. Yeah, man. And, yeah, enjoying life.
Okay. All right. Well, you can answer another question because these ladies are begging.
Yeah, let's talk to the ladies real quick, man.
They want to know. They keep asking, "Are you single?" They keep asking, but you just answer the question.
For the first time in so long, no, I'm not. I'm not single right now.
Okay.
I'm not single, man. I'm dating. I'm enjoying it. You know, I was like focused on work for a long time, and then, you know, when your friend turns into your girl, it's the best feeling ever.
Marriage is in the near future, or just a long ways?
Man, I ain't thinking about marriage right now.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay. I do want to ask, because you started out so young, and you have worked with so many great producers and artists, are there anyone that you want to collaborate with that you haven't had a chance to collaborate with yet?
Timbaland, Swiss Beats. We talking about the Versus Kings. Timbaland, Swiss Beats. Rihanna.
Okay.
Chris Brown. We got to do some shit.
Yeah.
DMV vibes.
I would love to hear you and her.
People. Yeah, her. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's dope.
Yeah.
Snow Allegra. Kehlani. Danny Lay. There's a lot of people, bro. I'm listen, anybody who want like make some fire, like I'm down. I got records for days. I'm ready. Let's get it.
That's really dope. Did you know Drew Hill back in the day?
Man, my first talent show. They came to my first talent show when I was like 11 years old. They came to my first talent show. They were the first group actually that co-signed me in Baltimore.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. There was another group I forgot that came out of Baltimore too. They blew up a little bit in the 90s. It was like a 2-man group. Yeah, but it was pretty dope. I want to ask you this, and I'm gonna let you go. Before I talk about the new single, I know you got a new single that you're dropping out. What does Black Lives Matter to you? What does that mean to you when someone say that? Because they sometimes people say it and they don't really understand the meaning behind that. What does it mean to you?
The words, and I think that it's taken on so many different meanings. But for me, it's a call to action. You know, it's a call to action on many different fronts. It's a call to action to study, to understand, to fight for what you believe in. It's a call to action for us to be more, to unite more and do more things that will directly affect our communities. It's a call to action for all of those people that are out there of many different races fighting for the cause, to show them that what our unity can do, because I feel like we're one of the most influential cultures in the world. Yeah, man, it's a call to action, bro. It's time, you know. It's time for us to really be the change that we want to see. Yeah. As well as continue to fight for change and be advocates for change.
Yeah.
and consistently continuing to grow, so that the generations to come after us can look back and say we did what we were supposed to do.
Dope. I never talked to an artist as young as yourself, as educated, that can hold a real conversation. And it's not just about what they do. So
That's a shame.
That's
a shame.
It is a shame
because you should be able to.
But I'm
sure, honestly speaking, not to defend anyone or anything. I'm just saying that I think a lot more people would say and be more vulnerable if it was cool to do so. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. When artists post things, I've seen many artists post things of relevance or like things that should resonate with people on a real level, but we're addicted to trauma. So we tend to give you 100,000, 1 million views on shit that don't really matter, but then when you post something that's important, you might get 20,000 views. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people would be more vocal, would be more articulate, would be more forthcoming if it was cool to do so. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with music. There's a lot of good music on the internet. You can find a lot of good music out there, but it doesn't get the support that some of the other music gets. And I think it is because we are addicted to trauma. So, and we're desensitized to it. So what we have to do, again, I think a lot of this shit is going to come from being more conscious of, it's like we have to step outside of ourselves to see ourselves type of thing. And collective. And be like, all right, let's have that uncomfortable conversation about what we created. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. When people are ready to have that conversation, I'll be here.
Brother, I am super impressed, and I appreciate you talking to me. I know you have a new single that's coming out soon called "Rewrite It."
Oh, it's out right now. So "Rewrite It" is a record I just did last week. It's not a part of my EP that's coming out, Closer to Mars, that's coming out soon. But it's a part of right now. I just wanted to use my voice to spread a powerful message. So "Rewrite It" is out right now. But my single "Closers" from the EP came out before that, and the EP will probably be out over the next month and a half or so.
Okay, and the new single, both singles on all digital platforms. Is that correct?
Yeah, everything's out right now, everywhere.
It's out right now. Okay,
lyric video is out right now too.
Now listen, man. Before I let you go, I just need you to give me a little sample of some. You already sung a little bit of Joe. You need to redo that song too. I'm gonna call Joe and say, listen, Mario killed that song, man. You need to redo that song, man.
Oh man, we gotta let the people gotta ask for it. If the people want it, I'll do it. If the people want it, I'm with it.
Okay.
I'm with it, bro.
Would you mind singing a little bit of the Closer record? Just a little bit.
Ladies, y'all want me to sing Closer? Y'all want me to sing Closer? I wanna get closer. I wanna get closer. I wanna get closer. Closer to you. 'Cause if you come closer, girl, if you come closer, girl, if you come closer, there's so much we can do. It's out right now, everywhere. I'll let your boy, man. Yeah. I can't wait to come back on tour. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, man. How was that working with Gary? Gary did that tour, right? The Millennium. I can't even say it. The Millennium Tour. Gary did that, right?
Yeah, man. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun, bro. I'm going back on my own tour soon, though. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They want to invite me back for the second one. But
have you thought about doing a virtual show?
Yeah, that's gonna be so. MarioVIP.com is the site I just started. And so I'm gonna be doing virtual tours. I got new merch that I'm putting out called the Big Payback. That's about to be lit. Giving back to a lot of communities and melanated-owned businesses, and just inspiring personal economic growth. But yeah, man, we're about to be back out here.
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today, man. Last question I have for you: in the next 5 years, where do you see yourself?
Man, owning a lot, inspiring a lot of people, really helping to raise the consciousness of the community. From a health perspective to mentally, physical, spiritually, and just still doing music. You know what I'm saying? Still doing great music, man. If y'all haven't heard my project that I put out last year called Dance in Shadows, check that out. Like, you know, just doing great things, bro. Continue to evolve and put people on, put my people on and teach and be an example, bro. That's it. I mean, at the end of the day, the legacy I leave behind is more important than anything. So that's what I'm focused on.
Hey, man, I wish you continued success and continued favor in everything that you do. You all make sure that you download his single, Closer. If you don't have it, the new single is out now. Rewrite It. And you got an EP that's dropping out in July. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's going to be either late July or in August around my birthday. August 27th is my birthday, so
and give the website again.
And way more music to come. Way more vibes to come. Make sure y'all check it out.
That's dope. What's the website again you gave earlier?
It's MarioVIP.com.
Okay. Y'all make sure y'all follow him and check him out. Brother, I appreciate you, man. It's been an honor talking to you.
My pleasure, bro. Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mario. Man, have a good evening, man. Stay safe.
You too, bro.